The Chicago Bears have yet another quarterback battle going down at Hallis Hall. And no, it is not Mitchell Trubisky versus Nick Foles or Andy Dalton versus Justin Fields. This is the Ryan Poles era of the Chicago Bears now. And we have our quarterback of the future locked in Caleb Williams. But our quarterback two battle now is becoming very fun to watch. And it is a great problem to have, especially for a developing team. I don't think anyone was expecting this, to be honest, but I am super pumped about it. And I'm here to break down why. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Today, I have the breakdown of Chicago's current quarterback battle between Tyson Bagent and Brett Rypien, along with how they're doing this so far this preseason, especially how they did in the Hall of Fame game. And I will give you my opinion on who I think is going to be quarterback two after this preseason is over. And before I kick things off, I'd like to hear from you guys where you're all sitting right now. Would you make Bagent quarterback two right now or Brett Rypien? Make sure to comment which one in the comment section below. Along with, please shoot this video a like if you haven't already, because if you're ready for Chicago Bears football, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's hit 17,000 before the beginning of this season. So now let's start with Brett Rypien, who is a new Chicago Bear who was signed in free agency this past offseason. He is 28 years old and is a true journeyman in the NFL, playing a total of 4 professional seasons, but being on the practice squad for a total of 5. He stands at 6'2", 202 pounds, so pretty slim guy, but don't let that fool you because this guy is built like a tank when it comes to playing on the field. He has played for the Rams, the Broncos, and the Seahawks during his 5-year career, which during his time with the Seattle Seahawks, that is where he has a very strong connection with offensive coordinator Shane Waldron, which is probably why he did so well in the Hall of Fame game, which I'll break down in a little bit. He's an undrafted rookie free agent out of Boise State, so it seems like the Bears love to have their backups as undrafted rookie free agent, as Austin Reed is as well. And his career stats, nothing to write home about, but also not too bad either for a guy who's only started 4 games. 950 passing yards with 4 passing touchdowns, a 58.3 completion percentage, along with a 2-2 record as a starter. Now, just wait till I break down Bagent's stats where things get a little bit weird. But overall, this guy has a cannon of an arm, super athletic, also comes from the bloodline of former Redskins quarterback Mark Rypien, who was a pretty solid quarterback in the NFL, if you ask me, winning 1 Super Bowl, being the Super Bowl MVP, and a 2-time Pro Bowler. Rypien is quick, has strong vision, and we all saw that in the Hall of Fame game this past Thursday in Canton, Ohio. And think about it. Everyone on that field was giving 100% effort. I'm not saying they don't during the regular season, but these guys are playing even harder in order to make rosters. So it's not like Rypien was going against anyone easy, even though he was playing the 2s and 3s of the Houston Texans defense. But something to keep in mind when comparing the two quarterbacks. Now let's go over to a guy we know pretty well, Tyson Bagent. The 24-year-old is a superstar in Chicago, in my opinion, because everyone loves this guy. He's only been in the NFL in 1 year, but the reason why we all love him is he beat the odds to be where he is today, and he deserves this time right now because it's been special, and he is a fan favorite. Standing at 6'3", 213 pounds, this guy has 0 fat on him, just a big, strong guy, and he looks a lot different and has progressed a ton since last season. He has only played for the Chicago Bears, and he is also an undrafted rookie free agent out of Shepherd. During his 4 NFL starts last year with the Chicago Bears, he passed for 859 total yards with 3 passing touchdowns, a 65.7 completion percentage, which is very solid, and a 2-2 record, same as Rypien. Along with that, Bagent just proved that he could handle pressure. He kept the Bears' playoff hopes alive by going 500 as an undrafted rookie free agent with an incompetent play caller in Luke Getsy and no offensive line. And in my opinion, Bagent's first start against the Saints should have been a win. A first start on the road, my apologies. And from an official standpoint, they robbed the Bears of that game, and the Bears should have been 3-1 under Bagent during his 4-game span. But Bagent has insane vision, great agility, and throws darts. And our good friend Eric Kramer, when he came on, talks very highly of him and says that he is what could be a great quarterback in the NFL, just with a little bit of work. His deep ball is a concern, but after his crazy offseason of literally doing burpees for half a mile multiple times in a week, he looks like he's pretty darn strong and can throw the deep ball pretty well now. So very excited about what these two have to bring to the table. And before I get into the Hall of Fame game highlights for you guys and who I think should be QB2, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Chubbies. Chubbies, one of my new favorite clothing brands to rock, provides the perfect amount of comfort and style to be on top of your game during game day. From super stretchy shorts and swim trunks in 3 inseam lengths to pants, polos, button-down shirts, and more for when you need to put down a few cold ones with the fellas to watch your watch party, tailgate, or any event during this season. And would you look at that right now, folks, for a limited time, our friends over at Chubbies are giving you, the viewers and listeners, 20% off your first order using promo code JShyBears at checkout at chubbyshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with promo code JShyBears. Support our show and tell them we sent you. Elevate your game and shop now to discover why Chubbies is the MVP of men's shorts and gear. Don't just watch the game, live it in Chubbies. Use the link in the description below now. So let's go into those Hall of Fame game highlights where Brett Rypien went absolutely insane, going 11 for 15 passing with 166 passing yards, over 10 yards per throw, along with 3 passing touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He moved the ball very well on multiple different occasions and throwing it to different targets as well. He got himself out of trouble when the pocket was collapsing and was fun to watch against a good Houston Texans defensive game plan. He also was able to take the ball upfield himself for a nice 9-yard carry, showing that he can get out of pressure and take the ball himself when needed. He did get a lot of the playing time, though. In fact, he was almost on the field the entire time the Bears had the football from an offensive standpoint. Bagent did not get nearly enough time, or Austin Reed as well. But I will say this. Bagent didn't look insane, but that's because he barely played. Like I was saying, he only went 2 for 3 with 16 passing yards, and that's about it. He played the first 2 drives before Rypien went in there, and then Bagent was clearly, the QB2 and after that game. But Rypien made it fun. He came in, and who he knows Shane Waldron's offense very well from his time in Seattle, made it known he didn't forget it. And that's why this competition is heating up a little bit more. So though Bagent did not get the amount of playing time that Rypien didn't, I still think Bagent is leading at the moment. Bagent wasn't given enough playing time in order to be kicked off the QB2 spot. And though on the depth chart, it shows that there's a competition right now with that little or in the middle, Rypien did something right to get the coach's attention. And still, Bagent knows most of these Bears wide receivers right now. He knows the locker room. He earned his spot in this organization, is under contract. But I'm not saying that this can't be in flux. I think that these games secured that there are going to be 3 for sure quarterbacks on this roster. Sorry, Austin Reed. I think you're going to be on the practice squad. Nothing wrong with that, though. You can make your journey in the NFL like these 2 did. But where we all stand, it's going to come down to who knows this offense better and who plays harder during this preseason. I think Bagent has the edge right now, but stay tuned for next week as I might have some different thoughts. Overall, I love that this team doesn't have a mediocre quarterback 1 competition anymore. Instead, a solid quarterback 2 competition, because clearly we have a guy leading the way at quarterback 1. So a good problem for the Chicago Bears to have. And I want to hear your thoughts again in the comment section below. Comment which quarterback you would want, whether it's Rypien or Bagent, to be your quarterback 2 at the moment. Along with please liking this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys later after all of our Hard Knocks episodes. Thank you as always for tuning in this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, bear down, baby.